welcome back. So, Greg, but things are going to be changing, yes? Because they've seen how our GDP actually is being downgraded by a lot of people because of lack of spending.
Yeah, well, it is. But you must remember, to follow up on Tony's point, but this government was elected on that platform of no corruption.
Yes.
So I suppose what he did in the first couple of months or the first year was precisely to address that issue. And by large, the approval rating proves that people want that. But now we all agree, the business community agrees, it's time to move on. And perhaps...
So he's made that mark already.
This wang-wang mentality and wang, that's made its mark. It's been sold. It has been sold and bought by the people. So now this time, there's, I think, acceptance that we can move on and maybe implement the infrastructures that are needed and spend that money. The money is there. It's waiting to be spent. So all it takes now is really for everybody to move. And in fact, my personal unsolicited advice is to put all of these investigations, instead of each of these agencies doing all of this, put it to PCGG. They do all the investigation and let all the agencies work on the plans for the future so that everybody does their PCSO, everybody does the investigations, and everybody comes up.
So looking more forward,
So everybody is focused on the right things to do and give it to some agency, an independent prosecutor like in the US, perhaps.
In fact, Greg, si Presidente, I don't think he needs to go abroad to draw foreign investments. 140 billion hindi na-spend. Magkano yun sa dollar?
That's so substantial. It's close to $3 billion. It's close to $3 billion.
$3 billion. Of real money, nandito na, hindi yan laway.
That's right.
Nakadeposito sa land bank.
But of course, they're coming from they've canceled, 2 or 3 large projects because of...
They canceled projects that are funded by ODA.
Yes.
That's no-cost project.
Oh, but now they're talking about just this lunchtime. That was one of the issues we asked Secretary Marrojas is because he said, I would rather go to ODA because that's what % or even less funding.
Free money, and practically, considering the inflation
instead
rate.
of going through, guaranteeing returns to these private investors. So he clarified that issue because he says, why should I guarantee 15% return on a PPP if I could get this ODA at 1%? It makes sense.
So, Greg, lastly, what is your fearless forecast given all this?
We're very
balanced. The economy is okay.
We're very resilient.
We're very resilient. That means we can absorb the shock from the Eurozone crisis, the U.S. Deficit crisis.
Remember in 2008, we were so afraid that this outsourcing business is going to slow down and that remittances are not going to come. It increased. Substantially, it increased.
By 5 or 6%.
Yes. Even outsourcing grew still double digit. Now it's again slowing down for the first time in many, many years. I think the outsourcing industry grew only by single digit the first half, and the remittances seems to be slowing down. But I think it's a mistake to count that out because it's going to be Christmas. The Christmas holidays have started, and we are an economy that's fueled by consumer spending. And just to be, actually, consumer spending is the one that's going to save the world from this crisis. You have to be able to give people confidence back to spend. And it's a vicious, it's a virtuous cycle when you spend. And I think that's what the Western governments are trying to get people to be confident in spending again.
So thank you very much, Greg, for being on our show. Bottom line, Philippines is resilient.
Very
we'll
resilient.
Go through this.
And your insights are always valuable and useful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We learned a lot from you today, Greg.
Thank you.
You've watched another episode of Biz News. I'm Elizabeth Lee, together with Tony Lopez. See us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. We'll see you again next week. Have a good night. God bless. Thanks for watching.